Oh my god, I don't have high expectations for this book. This beauty right here cannot be compared. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carolina, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you all my summer TBR. Summertime is a perfect time to actually get through some books because I have a lot of free time. It's actually probably one of my last summers with this much free time, so I want to make the most of it. So I made this list of 20 books that I want to see if I can actually read this summer. So welcome to the video and let's see which books I chose. Here we have a mix of books with summer vibes, which it's perfect for the summer, books that I want to read and I'm excited to, books on my 2026 TBR, and books that just give off summer vibes even if they are not summery. The first book is very obvious because a TV show adaptation just came out of it and I have not seen it because I need to read the book first, okay? I'm talking about Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. This cover is stunning. I don't have the physical book, but this book was on my 25 books to read last year and I did not read it. I ended up not reading that summer because I was not in the romance mood. But this summer I am, so I need to get on top of this book. And now that everyone is raving about this TV adaptation, I need to see it. And for that to happen, I need to read the book first. The next book that I want to tell you about is one that I have had on my physical TBR for a long time. I've bought this years ago. I love this edition. I love this copy. This is the US copy. Actually, this is Canadian. Okay, let's appreciate Canadian. And yeah, I'm so excited to read this book because everyone compares Every Summer After with this book because everyone says Every Summer After is a copy of this book. So I need to see that. And if you know this comparison, if you have been on the book community for long enough, you know which book I'm talking about. I'm talking about Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Look at this amazing cover. I love this edition. This is much better than the UK one. Let it be shown here, okay? Like, the cover has nothing wrong, but this beauty right here cannot be compared. Everyone says that the drawings on this cover really relate to the book, so I'm very excited to actually read this and to see how they relate. Our next book is one that I have in Portuguese, but I won't be taking it off because I don't remember where I put it, but it's one by an author that I love, and I'm talking about Kellen's book, Outra vez. This book was not translated into English, but some of these authors' books have had, so this is the ones that have, and I would recommend them all because I've read them all. And I'm very excited to pick up this book because this cover gives off summer vibes. This is a short read. It has been on my TBR for over a year, and I'm actually meeting the author this weekend. And since you are seeing this video, I have met her probably 2 weeks ago. Then my next book is one that gives off summer vibes, is set in New York City, and it's actually on my 26 books that I need to read this year. I'm talking about Summer in the City by Alex Aster. This is the author of Lightlark, and I know that's a fantasy, but I don't read fantasy. So the first book that I'm actually reading by this author is this one, and I'm really excited for it. This came out, I want to say, last summer, and everyone really talked good things about this book, so I'm excited, but I don't have that high expectations. But this cover gives off summer vibes, and I'm here for it. And every book that is set in New York City, unless it has an amazing background, so even that is something for the book. Then, our next book on this list is one that I have been wanting to read for many years, but I never found a physical copy of it. I never found an audiobook, not even an ebook copy. I'm talking about Paper Princess, and look at this cover. This gives off amazing vibes. I know what it is. I know it's going to be a bit trashy, a bit cringy, but I'm here for it, you know? I think this was on my 23 books for 2023 list, but I may be wrong. But I know it has been on some of my lists, and I did not pick it up at that time because this is a huge series, but right now I have an Audible subscription and it's free there. So I need to make the most of it and actually try to read this series this summer. Now that I have the time, I can actually get through the majority of this series. Our next book is one that it's on my 26 books to read this year. I'm really excited for it. I have read books by this author that I have adored, and I recommend them to everyone that listens to me. I'm talking about Quarterback Snake by Kandie. Now, I have read the last 2 books in this series, and oh my god, were they perfect. Fair Catch was an amazing book. It has an amazing representation. And Blindside, oh my god, do we even need to talk about it? Because that was something else. I loved the vibes, I loved the characters, and I cannot wait to actually jump back into this world. With our next book, we are back to the summer vibes. This cover gives off amazing, amazing, amazing summer vibes. And I'm talking about Pictures of You. Look at this cover. This cover gives off everything that's summer, okay? And I'm here for every second of it. I don't remember who actually recommended me this book, but I have seen probably in a recommendations video, in a reading vlog of some booktuber that I cannot remember now. But yeah, I have been meaning to pick up this one, but I think it was recommended in the winter time, I want to say, so I never actually picked up the book, but now I'm really, really excited to do so. Our next book is perfect for the summer. It even has summer on the title. I feel like this is a summer classic that everyone has read and I never did. I'm talking about The Summer of Broken Rules. Look at this cover. This gives off summer vibes, yes. This color, these pastel covers, I love, love, love this kind of covers, okay? And this author does amazing covers, and I have never read anything by them, but I'm excited to start now. And I'm hoping to actually like this book because I have high expectations for it, actually. Our next book is one that everyone and their mothers has read except me, of course. I'm talking about Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this book. I have never read it, I have never tried to read it, but I don't think it's gonna be for me. But my best friend literally raved about this book, and since then, I had given up on the idea that I was going to read this series. But then, she was raving about it, and I was like, I need to prove you wrong. I need to see what actually is happening in this book, because the only thing that I know is the main character is not actually it, is not the kind of person that I enjoy following, so maybe we'll see, I guess. I don't have high expectations. Normally, I don't say that, but I don't have high expectations for this book. Because how can I have high expectations for it when I go into it knowing certain things that I'm going to be disgusted by? I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see, I guess. The next book that I want to tell you about is the fourth one in a series that I have actually done a tradition with myself and I, that every year I would read one book from this series. And I'm talking about The Playing for Keeps by Becca Mack. Now I'm going to read Fall With Me, but I still have one book left in this series. Breathe With Me came out this year, and I cannot wait to read that book because it sounds amazing. But I'm really excited for Fall With Me. I have created a tradition that every year I read one book of this series. This one specifically does not give off summer vibes, but it's almost a tradition at this point that I actually read this series during the summer. I'm very excited for it. This sounds amazing from what I've heard. If you don't know this series, this is a sports romance series. This is hockey based. We are following a team, a very tight group of friends that I would definitely recommend if you like Found Family. This is one of the best ones that I have ever read. In this one, we are going to follow Jackson, Riley, which we've known, like we know Jackson. Oh, and Lennon. I think we know this. Why do I know it? Have I been spoiled? Or do I actually know this? Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Oh my god. This is why I don't read synopsis, because now I need to pick up this book now. But I can't because I can only read it in August. But I'm definitely going to be reading it this summer at least. Then, the next book we have on this list is one by Elle, a very beloved author, especially at this moment, and is actually finishing a series. I'm talking about The Dare. This is the last book in the Briar You series. Look at this cover. This is ugly, but it is what it is. And I cannot wait. I actually don't know who we are going to follow. Okay, so I have been spoiled. We are going to follow Connor and Taylor. Who the hell are Connor and Taylor? I don't remember them, but I guess we'll see. Because I don't think I'm going to love this one, because everyone says this is the worst one that Elle has ever wrote in this universe. So I am scared, okay? Especially since I have loved every single book in the Briar universe, which was not a thing that happened in the off-campus one. Because in off-campus, if you want to know my lore with it, I love the first 3 books. Love, love, love them. The Goal, I love in theory, okay? I don't adore with it. I'm not obsessed. And I want it to be. I really do. But then The Legacy came out, and I really enjoyed The Legacy. But there was always The Goal in it, painting this ugly picture in my head of like, why did I not love absolutely this series? Because of that book. And with Briar You, I love the chase, I love the risk, I love the play. And now we have The Dare, which is the last book. So please, you need to be good, because otherwise I cannot say this is a God tier series, okay? The next book we have on our list is one that does not give off summer vibes, but I am very excited to read. but one thing is that it's on my 26 books that I need to read this year. I'm talking about Older by Jennifer Hartman. This book does not have the best cover, okay? But the water here, it's giving off summer, and that's everything I need, honestly. I have always wanted to read something by this author. I wanted to read Still Beating first, but actually I have Older downloaded on my Kobo, so that's why I'm picking up this one. Our next book is also on my list to read this year, and that is by a very beloved author that I have on my shelf right here on display because I love these books, I love this author, and I'm talking about Elsie Silver with Wild Love. Now, Wild Love is the kind of book that I'm scared because this has everything to be good. This is single dad. This is a single dad series. But from what I've gathered, this is probably the best book in this series. And I'm scared to start the series, that I know the first book, it only goes downhill from there, you know? That's why I'm scared to start a new series in this universe. But I'm really, really happy because Elsie Silver has recently published another series, at least the beginning. And that one, I need to actually read the series first because if I want to meet every character. So that's why I'm going to be doing, and that's my motive for starting this series. Our next two books are books that I am for sure going to read this summer. One has not even been released. I'm talking about Heartstopper 6. I am obsessed with Heartstopper. I don't think you can see, but down here there's a shrine for my Heartstopper books and my Alice Oseman books in general. I love her. I love this universe, and I'm so sad to say goodbye to these characters. So the last book is coming out in July. It's less than a month away, and I'm freaking out. I'm honestly freaking out. Because what if it's not good? What if it's not everything I ever dreamed? I know you can read it online, but I'm not going. Okay? I need to read it physically so I can throw the book across the room. No, that's not what's going to happen. But I need the book physically, okay? I just do. My journey with this series has been crazy because when I read the first 2 volumes, that's it. That was the only thing that was published. And then every time the new book gets published, they're like, maybe the next one is the last one, and maybe the next one is the last one. And I started to lose faith in that. When it was announced that the 6th one was going to be the last one, I was crying. I was dying inside because I cannot imagine my life knowing there is no other Heartstopper volume coming out, okay? I don't know what my life is like without them. That's our next book in that list. And still in that universe, I have another book. I have Nick and Charlie on my TBR. And technically, if you're reading the books in the order of the Alice verse, which is the order that I'm following, you can find it online. Technically, this book in the timeline, it's only after Heartstopper Volume 6. So I have been saving this because one time I was really sad. Okay, I was missing them too much, and I actually started this book. I got up to page 56, which is almost halfway through. It's a bit less, but okay. And this book is really good. Like, I know I'm gonna love this. I know this is going to be at least a 4 stars, maybe 5 stars. Who knows? But yeah, I know I'm gonna love this book. I know I'm gonna love the last volume of Heartstopper. And I cannot wait to actually read these books in July because this is definitely getting read as soon as Heartstopper 6 drops on my mailbox. I read that book and then I'm picking up this one and saying goodbye to Nick and Charlie. Then our next book is one that I actually have the physical copy, but I don't want to get it out of my bookshelves because it's stuck. But it's the last book in the selection series, the Happily Ever After book, which is this amazing cover. This does not give off summer vibes, but I want to finish this series because I just finished The Crown. I have a reading vlog reading it if you want to check it out. I adored the book and I'm really excited to finish this universe, but I don't know which people are actually in the novellas. I don't want to be spoiled. I think I know one. At least I know one because it makes sense, but the other ones, I don't know, and I'm excited to find out. Our next book does not really give off summer vibes, but it gives off, you know, when you're on vacation and you see those older people reading those mystery books by the pool, you know? Yeah, that's the energy this book gives. I'm talking about The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dane. Look at this cover. I think you know what I'm talking about. It has a TV adaptation on Apple TV, and it was Reese's Book Club, which is always a good sign. I got this second-handed. It was a girl. She gave me for free. This book is in amazing conditions to be given off for free, but yeah, she wanted to, so I would never say no to a book, you know, even a book that I knew the title. I knew Some of it, I knew it was a mystery, but I don't know much more, but I'm excited to find out. Then we have a book that was actually on my spring TBR, but I never got to it. I'm talking about The Right Move by Liz Tomford. I need to continue with this series, okay? I need to continue reading these books. These books seem so good, but I don't know why I never continued this series. But that is stopping now because I need to actually get on with these books this summer, okay? I need to read The Right Move and Caught Up maybe, but we are only talking about The Right Move here, okay? I know this is a very beloved series and I want to continue. I literally have Play Along and Rewind It Back right here, waiting for their turn to be read. Our last book is by one of my favorite authors. She made me the reader that I am, and I'm talking about Estelle Maskame, Becoming Mila. Now, I know this cover does give off summer vibes, okay? But I'm actually reading this because this book is so short. It's on my physical TBR for way too many years. And I need to read this, okay? I just need to get over with. I have been avoiding this book a bit because I love this author, okay? This author made me the person that I am. And I'm scared that the feeling that I had reading her books will not transfer to this series. And I'm scared that maybe that's just because I grew up. Or maybe it's actually because it's not as good as I remember, and I don't want to break that spell, okay? I'm a bit scared, but I have the first and the second one trilogy, so I need to get over with or just unhaul the books. So if I don't read at least the first one this summer, I need to unhaul it, because it only goes downhill from here, you know? So these are all the books that are on my summer TBR. I think I really made a good list. These are books that I have been meaning to pick up. Some are my physical TBR on lists that I need to get up to. And yeah, I think we have a good mix here. We don't have a great mix of genres, but I feel like summer is romance mood, you know? I'm sure some of these books will get read, some of them won't, but that's just life. And some books that I'll be reading this summer, I don't even think about them right now, so that's exciting to think about too. So yeah, this is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, anything. Please tell me which books are on your summer TBR. If you have read some of them that are on my summer TBR, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!